Barnes' guitar. Pretty good guitar. It's a Fender. And it's got a headstock. He's tried to put some strings on there. I'm going to have two tools. That's all you really need. A pair of clippers and one of these things. It's a winder. It also gets strings out. Strings on the guitar. One of the first things you're going to do is remove the old strings. Now you can see I've already taken one of the strings and just strung it up. You're going to tune it down. Depending on how old the strings are, you either cut them just like that, make sure they're loose enough so they don't pop back at you, or if they're fairly new strings, you're going to pull them out. This tool has two purposes: to remove these pegs and also to wind the strings, which you'll see later. You'll watch me do it. I'm actually going to have to go get that and that one. This thing doesn't fall out because it's going to be loose. It's usually got the pickup under it. If it ever does fall out, the abrage side goes towards the smaller strings. So now I'm back with my pegs. I found them on the floor where I dropped them. There's another one. I'm going to start with these. They're coated with a Gore-Tex type covering. It's actually Teflon, if you ask me. It makes your strings last longer. I didn't want to take for granted that it was self-explanatory, but strings usually come in descending order, 0.053, 0.042, and so on, all the way until you get to your high E string, which is a 12, and the 16 being the B. Okay, so usually your packs are going to be in order like that, face up. Your first one's going to be your biggest one. Okay, so you just need to look and see which strings are which before you put it on. And we're going to put the peg in parallel. It's kind of crucial. You got the inlay of that peg. See how it's not round? It's actually circular with a indentation on one side of it. It's really simple, easy to do. Just push the peg in. I'm just going to keep an eye on it while you're tightening it. Put it right here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you kind of string it up like this. You're going to push it in through the first hole. And you're going to reel it in facing inwardly. Okay, so it's going to be facing towards the other strings. I'm going to leave some slack right there so you can get some wraps. Now I'm going around like that. Strings starting to tighten up. Go ahead and be in business there on that one. Same thing. Leave some slack. Like that. Wind it a few times with your hand so you get some tension. Let the string slack go over the string so to keep it in place. A couple of times to wind there. Good. Alright, on to number 24 gauge, 0.24, polyweb. Just gotta remember to keep the tension on the neck with the string so that you can get some string slack, otherwise you'll have like two winds and then it won't stay in tune very good.